Welcome to another piano lesson. I'm Dan Brown. Today we're going to do what I call driving music. Just imagine that you're on a truck or you're on a train and you're just moving down the road. That's what we're going to do today. So head on over to the piano. We're going to get started right now. The main thing that you really need to know about the left hand is that it's alternating back and forth. If you take a look at the chart, we're in the key of G, and today you're only going to be playing on G. I think it's going to be helpful for you to just take one chord and work on it. With G, you can see the D there in purple, and the G is in purple. Now, unlike some of the other songs that we've done or the other styles that we've looked at, this bass is moving pretty rapidly. It's driving. Let me go ahead and demonstrate that for you, and then we'll get the lesson started. Get your left hand moving like this. And this is one of the rare times I think that I'm going to tell you not to double the bass up. You could do that, but I think it's just simpler to pick a bass. Since we're in G, we could go way down here, but this bass note right here and alternate, so this group right here it's too high. You need to bring it down. Let's do it here. The bass that the left hand, of course, when we talk about bass, when I say bass or left hand on the piano, those are the same thing. The bass and the left hand are the same thing. What's happening in the right hand? Well, there can be a whole bunch of things that are happening in the right hand. And so the challenge for me today as your teacher is to get you something to start with. I always say this, the course, not just this video, but the course is for beginners. I don't want to do anything that's going to discourage you from playing piano. If I can break this down today somehow for you to say, hey, that's fun, and guys, this is so fun, this style is so fun. Let me show you this. In G, so this is G, all right? I'm going to lay on an extra note right here. That's the 7th. Now, in this style of piano playing, you need a 7th. And you really need a 7 a lot. But you don't need the other notes that much. Let me simulate this. I'm going to show you that. But before I do that, let's say that this is the very most basic thing you're going to do with this. If you get started and you say, I'm not ready to pull that off, do this. Just take the 3rd, that's your 3rd. Here's your G major scale, 1, 2, 3. And your 7, you get the 7 by counting that up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In the real major scale, it's this, but we're using this 7. When I talk about 7s in this course, it's going to be this 7. These other ones. That's the major 7th. That's not the 7 we're working with today. When you first get started, it may be slow. It may feel disconnected. This chord right here, this is a G7, and it's kind of bare bones. A real G7, what I mean, a full G7 would look like this. 1, 3, 5, 7, but we're gonna just do this, guys. Just take this chord and play it like this. You want to put a little bit more drive. Walk your bass up like this. D, F, F sharp. Do that again. Now normally it would walk up. We're in C now. I'm gonna do a separate lesson on that because trust me guys, there's a lot to do here. There's a lot to show you. So do that, just take this. If somebody was singing a song, one of these songs, you could do it. You can do this. Watch, bum, 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 bum. What am I doing? D, F, F sharp, G. At first you might be slow. The fingering would probably be ring finger, middle finger, pointer, G. If those are tough for you, just leave them out. But you'll get, even if you're slow, you can work on those. It just gives it like, it tells you what's coming up. You get the idea that you get the idea, right? What's D? Slipped a little D in there. That's a D7. That's something you're gonna do, guys, when you're gonna get used to hitting the thing and then just something in your brain tells you to do that, you know? So you got this part. Here's the part that just sounds like dessert. You know, it's so good. Here's what I want you to do. Take this, that's the chord you were playing, pull this down, pull this B flat down, watch. And at the same time, grab your G. Make it sound, at first it won't sound like one note, but get to where you can just pull that right down at the same time as your F. Pull this down, watch. So F and C. It's kind of a, there, you know what? There's kind of a, there is a little bit of, there is a little bit of, guys, just, you know what? The best piano practice I've had sometimes is just to sit down. That's why I say sit down and have fun. But it's just sitting down and going like, that's what I want you to do. Play your bass, pull that down. Notice there's our alternate, and I'm going up to this. What is that? You know what it really is? It's a G7 suspended. When you have a G chord and you go here, you can hear that's a suspended, okay? And what it is, it's suspended with a 7th on it. So let me slow down. Start with that. Start with that. And you want a little more, I know you do, for the brave and for the guys. Don't let this stuff get you down. I mean, if you're a beginner, don't leave the room. Stay with me. Let's see. Okay, you're grabbing an F and a G, you're pulling this down, all right? You're doing all the stuff that we just talked about, but you're adding this. You can hear the effect it has. Now here, this is a 3rd. It's part of a C chord, watch. On the part 2 of the honky tonk, that's what the part 2 is. The first part of honky tonk was this. The second part's going to be this. Something like that. But but for now, we're going, let me see. So you can do it without this or you can do it with it. So there's G7. This F right here is the same as this F, and when you put them in a G, what did I do? I played a G7. I took the F off and just made it a C. This is a C with a G bass, and then guys, I know that I've given you a really big old plate full of stuff to drive you crazy, but remember, this is driving, and later on there are so many things you can do with this. And just, guys, just get that chord in there, and in the next video I'll show you C. You're going to need it to play in the key of G, just like D. I hope you enjoyed that lesson. As you can tell, there's so many different things you can do with this style of country piano. I want to let you know that I'll be doing this same lesson in different keys, and I hope you'll be able to check those out. Thank you for joining me today, and I'll see you back real soon. Bye-bye.